God is a good Father. He is an awesome God. The Bible says that it is by grace that we are saved through faith. It's not of ourselves, lest any of us should boast. So, beloved, I want you to avoid hindering the grace of God upon your life by self-worth. Any point that you are today, any season of your life that you are today, every achievement that you have, you know, had so far in the past few years or in the past 1 year thereabout, the year is already winding up. I want you to know that you have done that by the grace of God, and you need to acknowledge that God's grace has been sufficient all through the season. Please, beloved, never you for one day, allow self effort to get into the way and hinder the grace of God. Hello, beloved people. Welcome back to my channel. Uma here. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, it's always a delight to have you back to this channel. My name is Uma. If I'm about faith, my faith journey, business, marriage, and lifestyle from Port Harcourt, Nigeria. If this is what you're interested in, then you definitely want to stay connected to this channel and keep watching. Now, before we jump right into today's video, as always, I want to say a big thank you to all my lovely subscribers, returning subscribers. Thank you, beloved people, for always staying connected to this channel. Thank you for the shares, the likes. I appreciate your support on this channel. And never forget, you guys are the most valuable persons on this channel, as always. Now, without further ado, let's jump right into today's video. So, today's video, I will share with us about self-effort and grace. So, if this is what you are interested in, then let's get right into it. Now, talking about self-effort, the biggest hindrance you can do to yourself is self-effort, depending on yourself or feeling that it is by your own effort that you achieve things as you journey through life. One of the greatest hindrances to the grace of God in your life is self-effort or your works. Self-effort tells you that you deserve everything that you do, regardless of the grace of God. It is not of our own righteousness, it's not of our own works or ability, but because of God's precious grace, God's mercy towards us that we have been saved. So the moment you begin to feel that, you know, I I achieved this because it is by my power. I achieved this, because I'm intelligent. I achieved this because I'm smart. I achieved that promotion because I'm the real deal. Then you are beginning to lose it, and you have to be careful about it because neglecting the grace of God in your life is a big no for me. If you need to journey through life and stand up tall, achieving and victorious in every step of the way, you need to acknowledge that the grace of God is available. You need to acknowledge that the grace of God is there, and it is anything you do, it is not by your power, it is not by your might, but it is by the grace of God. Beloved, I want you to know that there is a very thin line between the grace of God and self-effort. So we have to be careful that we don't cross that line. When you begin to say, oh, I have worked on this company for like 10 years, I've been promoted within a space of 1 year, like 4 times, you need to acknowledge that it is God's grace that has seen you through that period and not of yourself. So it's important that as you watch this video, you get to the point that when you begin to acknowledge God's grace in everything you set your hands to do, and never for one day allow pride or self-effort to come in. So we have to be mindful of that. So, beloved, if everything is going on well with you in your marriage, in your finances, in every phase of your life, don't get to that point where you feel that, I worked for it now, I've loved God, I've served God, I deserve, just acknowledge that it is the grace of God that has brought you this far. It is grace of God that has kept you. It is not by your power, it is not by your mind, because the Bible says that it's not of he that willeth or runneth, it is of God that showeth mercy. Whatever it is, if there is anything you need to take out of this video, I want you to acknowledge the grace of God in your life and always be mindful that you don't allow pride or self-effort to come in and you feel that everything that you have achieved in life is because of your ability. No, no, beloved. Never get to that point. And if by any chance you have gotten to that point, I want you to ask God for mercy and ask God to help you as you journey through life every step of the way, to acknowledge that His grace is sufficient, to acknowledge that everything that you have ever achieved, everything that you have ever received. It's not like you deserve it, but because His grace and mercy has brought you that far. It is absolutely important. So, beloved, I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. So, I want to encourage you, do not hinder the grace of God in your life through self effort, but always take time to acknowledge God's grace and acknowledge God for bringing you where you are today, for getting you to that position, for getting your marriage fulfilled the way it is, for blessing your children and your family. It is absolutely important we get to acknowledge these things that the Lord has done for us. So, beloved, I want you to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel. If you're watching this video and you haven't done that yet, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, Uma, and also share this video with a loved one and encourage somebody out there to acknowledge the grace of God in their lives and not feel that they are achieving or they've gotten to the point where they are because of they really deserve it, but it is God's grace that have truly brought them to that point. Okay, beloved, like come your way in the next video, guys. Please stay safe and stay blessed. Ciao.